pleasant day to everyone. Our topic for today is about dual sports, and we're going to focus on the sport badminton. Let's start with what is badminton? Badminton is the game played over a net using a shuttlecock and a racket. The shuttlecock is struck before it lands on own court back to the opponent's court. Players need quick reflexes and physically fit body in order to cope with the game. It can be played by men and women of all ages, indoors or outdoors, in singles or in doubles match. Now let's talk about the history of badminton. Badminton was originated in India centuries ago, where it was known as Pune. The British Army officers were very much fascinated by the game, and so they introduced it in England sometime between 1870 to 1880. The game was not met with enthusiasm. However, it started to become popular when the Duke of Beaufort launched a game at the garden party in his country estate at Badminton, Gloucestershire, where it got its name. In the 1890s, the game found its way to Canada, and shortly thereafter to the United States turn of 19th century. It did not really become popular and widespread until after World War I.
So, tandaan ninyo na ang badminton nag-originate or na-start yata na sa India. But then, mas nakilala ang sport ang ginsipalta na sa England year 1870 to 1880. And ang first na pagkilala sa game na badminton, ginatawag natin na Pune. Okay?
We have terminologies to take note in badminton. First term, we have ace. Ace is a good serve that the opponent is unable to hit or touch with his racket. Second, backhand. Backhand, any stroke made of the side of the body opposite the racket side. Bird, also called a shuttlecock. Clear, a high shot which falls close to the backline, or another term for lob. Drive, a hard horizontal stroke that is straight and close to the net. Drop, a low shot close to the net made from the backcourt that falls or drops sharply immediately after crossing the net. Fault, this is any infraction of the rules resulting to the loss of the server or the point. Forehand, any stroke made on the racket side of the body, and your hand out is a loss of service. Let is a bird which touches the top of the net and falls on the proper side of the court. Match consists of 3 games unless otherwise agreed. Your net flight is a shot in which the bird follows the net in a short flight. Rally, a heated return of the bird several times on the continuous stroking of the bird back and forth across. Our round head stroke is a high stroke over the head hit of the bird on the offhand sides. And lastly, serve to put the bird in play. Now, let's have the facilities and equipments used in badminton. First, we have the court. The court shall be rectangle and laid out as shown in diagram. Defined by 40 millimeters wide, the line shall be easily distinguishable and preferably be colored white or yellow. All lines form part of the area which they define. For the post, the post shall be 1.55 meters in height from the surface of the court. They shall be sufficiently firm to remain vertically and keep the net strained as provided in lane 3, and shall be placed on the double sidelines as shown in diagram. The net shall be made of fine cord of dark color and even thickness with a mesh of not less than 15 millimeters and not more than 20 millimeters. The net shall be 760 millimeters in depth, and the top of the net shall be edged with a 75 millimeter white tape doubled over a cord or cable running through the tape. This tape must rest upon the cord or cable. The cord or cable shall be of sufficient size and weight to be firmly stretched flush with the top of the post. There shall be no gaps between the end of the net and the post. If necessary, the full depth of the net should be tied at the ends. For the shuttlecock, the shuttle may be made of natural or synthetic materials. Whatever material the shuttle is made of, the flight characteristics generally should be similar to those produced by a natural feathered shuttle, with the cork base covered by a thin layer of leather. General design for the shuttlecock: the shuttle shall have 16 feathers fixed in the base. The feathers can have a variable length of 64 millimeters to 70 millimeters, but in each shuttle they shall be a same length when measured from the tip to the top of the base. The tips of the feathers shall form 58 millimeters to 68 millimeters. The feathers shall be fastened firmly with a thread or other suitable materials. The base shall be 25 millimeters to 28 millimeters in diameter, rounded at the bottom. The shuttle shall weigh from 4.74 to 5.50 grams. For the racket, the parts of the racket are illustrated in the diagram. The main racket parts are called the handle, the stringed area, the head, the shaft, the throat, and the frame. The handle is the part of the racket intended to be gripped by the player. The stringed area is the part of the racket with which the player is to hit the shuttle. The head bounds the stringed area. The shaft connects the handle to the head. The throat connects the shaft to the head. The frame is the name given to the head, throat, shaft, and handle taken together. The frame of the racket shall not exceed 680 millimeters in overall length and 230 millimeters in overall width. However, the strings may extend into an area which otherwise would be the throat, provided that width of the extended stringed area does not exceed 35 millimeters and provided that the overall length of the stringed area does not exceed 330 millimeters.
Okay, para mas matandaan, ang part na ginakapta natin sa racket, yung tawag natin nga handle. And the upper part of the handle, ang mga ginatawag natin nga shaft. And ang nagakonect kang string na part ka racket, we call head. And the shaft, ang nagakonect sa darwa, ginatawag natin nga throat. Okay, ang ginaiguan kang shuttlecock, that is the stringed area.
Let's have the basic skills used in playing badminton. First skill, the grip. Correct gripping is one of the most vital factors in badminton and in winning matches. The grip is made near the end of the handle, the side panel of which should bisect the angle of the thumb and forefinger. The grip is neither tight nor loose, but firm, strengthening as the swing progresses. It is also the basis of free, effective wrist action. We have two kinds of grip in badminton. The first grip is forehand grip. This universal grip is similar to the Eastern forehand grip in tennis, with the V formed by the thumb and index finger on the top level of the racket grip, while backhand grip is the basic position of the hand in the racket, except the thumb has been slightly raised along the top of the handle. This allows the thumb to push the racket through and provides greater force and speed. Next skill we have is a wrist work. Wrist work, this is swing within a swing, or the wrist flip, accentuating the arm stroke. The wrist remains cocked on the forward swing until just before the bird is hit. At the time of contact between the racket and the bird, there should be a straight line from the shoulder through the elbow and the wrist to the end of the racket. As the arm continues forward, the wrist continues to bend until the entire swing is completed. Footwork and position. All shots are played with the body at right angles to the net. On the forehand shot, the left foot is forward or nearer the net. On the backhand shot, the right foot is forward or nearer the net. Body control. Develop the ability to get away from the bird for complete freedom of movement in extending the arm and the racket at the moment of contact. It is best to meet the shuttlecock and play it as soon as possible after it has crossed the net. When the shots are given directly towards the body, it is necessary to get away from it. Reach forward and play it before it reaches the body, or move sideways and hit the bird very late. Ready position. Never stand flat-footed. The weight of the body should be on the balls of the feet. Knees should be slightly bent. Elbows should be held at the considerable distance away from the body, and body is slightly crouched. Racket is held with a forehand grip diagonally across the upper part of the body.
Okay, tandaan ang basic nga skills nga dapat tandaan kung magsipal ka badminton. First, grip. Paano mo kaptan ang racket so that ang kabaskag kang imo ginahampak mas ma-perform mo ka insakto. Okay, ang darwa ka grip na dapat natin tandaan, forehand grip kag backhand grip. Okay, kung ang ginahambal natin na wrist work, amuya ang imo nga skill kung paano mo gamit ang imo nga wrist power or ang wrist po nga skill. For example, nagalain imo nga position. Nagalain ang position mo habang nagaplay. So, nagalain man ang strength ang gina-exert ng atin nga wrist sa kadalain natin nga position. So, dapat i-workout man ang wrist work. When we talk about footwork, amuya ang ginahambal ang paghulag ka kahig kag ang imo nga posisyon sa silid ka court. If hindi nami nga ang sang ka-player ka badminton or is fixed to a simple nga position sa silid ka court. So, dapat may certain tanang footwork or position para i-distract ang anak kalaban o kon para mas nami ang pagdara na kaanang kaugalingan sa silid kang court, because your footwork will help you to gain a score or to give strength as you hit the shuttlecock. Kung ginahambal natin nga body control, amuta na ya ang ginatawag nga kung paano mo i-daran ang weight kang imo nga body as you smash, as you hit the shuttlecock, as you hit the serve, okay? So, dapat lanto mo kung paano i-manage ang weight mo plus ang skills mo as you perform the badminton. Ang ginahambal na ready position, this is your stance or your stand position before your opponent could give a serve, or this is your position as you are hitting or before you will hit the service. Okay, so those are the important basic skills na dapat mo tandaan sa badminton.
We have different kinds of service, but this service is a stroke used to initiate a play. It is used to begin each point in the match. It begins defensive play in which one must strike the shuttle below the waist and hit upward over the net. First service is the long short serve. Bird should just clear the net and fall an inch or two beyond short service line of the opponent's court. Long high serve. Bird travels above the receiving reach and falls within 6 inches of rear boundary line. Drive serve, made by a quick flip of the wrist and the bird travels in direct line to the desired spot. Along with some minor sports, the game badminton was introduced by the Americans in the Philippines. This game can be played indoors and outdoors and is a good recreational activity for people of all ages. It can be played in backyards, schools, and clubs, and there are a variety of competitions for players. Thank you for listening and God bless you.